Merry Christmas and happy holidays, everyone. Joshua Hayes, BigWaveTrading.com. This week has been a pretty slow week. I will say we've had some trades, and they have all been on the speculative side. Nothing has been of quality, so there's no real size taken on any new swing or position trades. But we did get long GXAI. We saw it, that was the only long signal on Christmas Eve. We saw it rally 40% the next day. Today, we had a great winner, MYSZ. You will notice no white triangle here because I didn't get a fill. We had this strong session on the 20th, and on the 23rd, that reversal hammer candle sweeping out the previous day's lows, closing strong with overall everything lining up for me. Unfortunately, before today's move, I never got triggered in. So my buy stop at 511, limit offset at 525, never got filled. No position for me, so I didn't reap any of this reward. But overall, everything that we've taken as new long positions this week is working. And that's really good considering today's session. The S&P 500 via the SPY, we're just looking at the SPY technical distribution day. This is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a new rally attempt. Any distribution day during a rally attempt is never good, but there was a bullish wick. An intraday hammer candle on a daily chart is forming here at the 50 SMA. So today could have been bullish, but we'll need to see follow through. We'll know if today was bullish or bearish, depending on if we break above today's high day or today's low day at some point next week. But the SPY is still working on its rally attempt. Today, technically, distribution day, price-wise though, it's kind of a support session. So we'll look at the DIA next. Same situation, technical distribution day, but also a bullish intraday candle. So not quite sure what to make of it. QQQ, same situation, candle, bullish because of the hammer, the move off the lows. Price decline though with the volume, technical distribution day, but overall is good. IWM, technical distribution day, closing above the lows, but we did sweep out the lows of yesterday's quote follow through day. I say quote because I'm currently using 1% as our threshold for follow through days. However, the IWM was the only one that had a technical quote follow through day yesterday. And if you look at the Russell 2000 on Market Surge, you'll see it was not up 1%. It was only up 0.9%. So the Russell 2000 as an index did not have a follow through day. The IWM had a barely legitimate follow through day. And when you're not aligned on the ETF and the index level, can you really call it a great follow through day? Absolutely not. So it's still technically in a rally attempt until intraday you cut these lows. So right now we're working on the rally attempt. Doesn't look that great to me. RSPs were kind of the 50 SMAs rolling over. QQEW kind of got a flat lining 50 SMA. But all in all, like I said, there's nothing to complain about. Our spec trades are working this past week, and I barely have any sell signals on an end-of-day basis. I got 3 today. None of them were 100% sell signals. FLXS, there, you can see the white triangle right there. There was the long signal. 50% sell on an end-of-day basis, and it wouldn't have been a sell for a 68% gain had it not already violated that 50 SMA and then slight rollover. But volume's lower today. Technically, I could just not even list this as an end-of-day sell signal, and we can just wait for a real close below the 50 on heavier volume as follow-through. But big gains, first time really closing below the 50, where it's also, I think, is it holding this low here, 54.76? Yeah, so it's holding this low, so technically it shouldn't even be a sell signal. So let's go ahead and erase that as a 50% end-of-day sell signal. Hold on to your positions if you're long from the arrow side. Swing trade side, CVNA, this is what, you want them all to do. This one's up 547%. I've already lost my position in it, but on an end-of-day basis, it's still a hold. That being said, closing below this support level on an increase in volume, above average volume, relative strength lines kind of rolling over. That is a 50% end of day sell signal. And then the final one, ESOA, its first close below the 50 SMA on heavier above average volume since the long signal, 36% gain. But that was it. So really, let's forget about FLXS. It's just ESOA and CVNA after today's session, and they're only 50% end of day sell signals. So pretty good session overall. Now, there are 0 new quality long signals, 0 new speculative long signals. So there's absolutely nothing to do on a swing position trade basis for me this weekend going into Monday. So we'll go ahead and just swing it over to these charts right here. And just remember, alignment is always the best. When it's double green, when this indicator is stair-stepping green, especially when it's above the 0 line, and this indicator is green and above 0 especially, it's great. Green below the 0 is fine too. I mean, it's fine either way, but this is the position of strength right here whenever it's like this. And right now our leading index is the QQQ. So that's where you should focus. But the SPY currently double red, our tickets indicator below the 0 line. It tells me just to be patient here. Nothing bad yet until we crack this low and close below this low. I'm really not worried about anything at all right now. DIA, it's a little too up close for me. Let's get more let's get more macro, I should say. Double red below the 0 line. TSV below the 0 line. Not really much for me to do there. IWM, hey, we tried to flip green on the TSV yesterday. We're back to flipping red today below the 0 line. Red stepping down. So red, 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 double red on all of them. Not much to really do there. QQQ, this is stair stepping down red, but we're well above the 0 line, well above the 50 SMA, and we're green on the TSV. So once again, this is your leader. It looks the best. This is currently where I would focus capital if I was forced to only trade the indices. The QQQ is really the only one I would pay attention to here. But mixed bag short term. And that's how we're going to end this week. Hopefully next week we get a little bit of resolution. But to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't mind some chop, some sideways consolidation, and then another move higher. I also wouldn't mind a pullback. I'll remind you guys, pull back below the 200 SMA. As long as this dotted line is moving higher, I will buy every single reclaim of this 200 SMA for the next 10 plus years, because demographics aren't going to turn until probably 2035, if not later. So there's no reason for me to be bearish. Better yet's the 500 EMA, which is not shown on this chart. But I'll buy any and all 500 EMA and 200 SMA reclaims for the next 10 years. So I welcome dips. I would also love for us just to consolidate and keep moving higher for the current long positions. Long-term portfolios rocking, quarterly portfolios doing great, position swing trades are doing good. No complaints on my end.